What's up, friends, fans, and fellow gamers? It's me, Sylvia Faye, your girl. I am finally back. That's right. I know I was missing for like 3 months. I apologize for that. I had a mental breakdown that was so bad I couldn't even go into work. We had issues with our vehicle, so I ended up accidentally quitting. And the way I did that was saying, hey, I don't have a way to get to work anymore for the time being. I'm sorry. And Hannah, God love her, she is such an amazing boss. She's like, okay, well, whenever you can get the keys to me, please do. And I was like, oh shit, I think I just quit my job. So, despite feeling zero panic, like I wasn't panicked about it at all, which isn't a normal thing. Like most people panic when they quit their job, whether on purpose or accident, or they get fired or whatever. But, excuse me, I wasn't panicked at all. But my mom was stressing me out because bills and shit. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try applying for an online job on account of I cannot do the fucking face-to-face customer service anymore. I cannot fucking stand customers. I cannot work with customers anymore. I'm so sick of entitled motherfuckers coming in my... Okay. I need to chill. Alright. I shouldn't be cussing like this before 3 minutes. I don't know if they've upped that to 6 or 12 minutes, whatever. But I need to chill on it. Anyway. So, what I did as a kind of last-ditch effort, because all online jobs revolve around this, is I decided to start going back to college for a certificate in medical billing and coding. So that's what I've been doing. There was a point that my cat Archimedes ran away, which crushed me. Like, I didn't know I was this attached to this fucking cat, but when he disappeared, I cried for like the 3 days he was missing. I couldn't stop crying. I spent the majority of the time in my mom's room, which I never do. Like, I like my room. I finally got my room set up sort of the way I like. I just need a projector and a bigger bed, and I'll be good. And a mini fridge, and I will never leave my room. Anyway, so he came back on my son's birthday, which, hallelujah for that. He was covered in cobwebs and he smelled bad, and I had never been more happy than I had when he came back. So, that happened. Real quick, I want to say that what I'm building in The Sims right now is Glarthir's house from Oblivion. You know, the paranoid wood elf that if you keep telling him that nobody's watching him and nobody's keeping an eye on him, that he eventually tries to kill you? Yeah. From Oblivion. And I will leave a link to the video I used as a reference from another YouTuber named Beenie Weenie Gaming. Love it. Love her. Check her out. Anyway, she had one of the more clear videos on what was in the house and everything, so that's what I used. Alright, moving on. So now I am in college doing a degree in medical billing and coding. I'm also working as a grocery delivery for Spark for Walmart, which, you know, it sounds a lot like Instacart and DoorDash. It kind of is. The only difference is I get paid very well. Like, yeah, sometimes I will have to do 12 packages for, 32 miles, but I get paid almost $50 for that. That's like an hour and a half to 2 hours of work at $50. That's $25 an hour. And yeah, that's a lot of driving, and no, I still do not like driving. But if I'm getting paid easily, $50 for 2 hours, and I do that, a couple times a day, that's easily $100 a day. And it's not very stressful. I'm basically working kind of on my own time. It is like DoorDash and Instacart in that retrospect, where I make my own schedule. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna go out and work. I'm gonna work, maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I'll maybe make at minimum like $40. So yeah, that doesn't sound very good for 4 or 5 hours, but you have to think about an hour and a half to 2 hours of that, I'm not getting any orders. Also have to think, today is the 20th, where I'm at. So, it's 4 days before Christmas. People are going to want to get their groceries, get their packages, and all of that. And let me tell you something. On Saturday, was it Saturday? Yeah. On Saturday, everything was so busy. I did one order. Excuse me. I'm still getting over being sick. I did one order on Saturday in the morning, and I had to cut my time short. I only worked for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. I had to cut my time short because I had a birthday party. I had to get Joshua ready to go to my ex's family's for their Christmas Eve. I had to help my sister get my niece's birthday party together. And she was stressing because her cat had a medical thing going on. Like, Escanor had to go into the vet. And the vet usually closed at like 2 o'clock, but they stayed open extra for her to bring him in. Which in my opinion, that's a good vet. Like, if they care more about the animal than making money, good on them. He had high potassium, and he has issues with his kidneys, and he's back home now. He's doing a lot better. He's going on a special food diet to help keep the potassium levels down and keep his kidneys going. And both him and Reaper are happy that he's home. Shelly is ecstatic that he's home. But yeah, anyway, back to the Saturday story. So Saturday, I only did one order, but I made $40 off of that order. So, like, what I'm doing is totally worth it. And I like the school I'm going to. I'm doing DeVry, DEVRY, University Online. The student advisors are very, what's that called? They're very active with you. Like, every couple of weeks, I get a phone call from one of the student advisors asking me how I'm doing, how things are going over my grades and all of that. I also, like, my teachers this last quarter, one of them was super into the class, and the other one wouldn't even answer emails. So, yeah. There are a few things I hated, which was the learning lab, because I just can't stand the learning labs. I really can't. I got to the point where if it didn't give me a grade for it, I just didn't do it. And I'm starting to realize that that might be how I have to do schooling, is if I don't get a grade for it, I shouldn't bother doing it. Let's see what else. Oh, I am back to writing on my story Forever in the Now on Archive of Our Own. There should be a link in my profile. If there's not, I'll put a link down below. Either way, it's easy. Just go to archiveofourown.org, I believe, and look up Sylvia Faye. It will take you to my profile. I know a lot of people were thinking it was a Christmas miracle that I was finally updating that story, because I hadn't updated it in almost 2 years. So yeah, you guys think that me being gone for 3 months was bad. Let's see, what else is going on? I think that's pretty much covers it. Yeah, I was... Oh, if you guys listen to the music in the background, I created that. It's horrible. I know it's horrible. It's repetitive. It's probably ringing in your ears. Sorry, not sorry. Because the people that I originally was using their song and their sound and their music to kind of fill the emptiness underneath me talking, they have started copyright claiming my stuff. So, to avoid that, and because YouTube isn't letting me mute just the song on some of my videos, I went ahead and just created my own. I don't know if I'm going to create a different one, because I'm not very good at creating my own music. Ironically, I'm good at writing music, but I'm not good at creating my own music. Let's see, so now that I'm getting back into doing my YouTube, doing my stories, doing my schooling, my mental health is starting to sort of raise, sort of. I do have a therapist in mind to talk to. However, I keep forgetting that I should call them so I can talk to them and set up appointments. And every time I remember, it's either too early or too late. So that's where my mind is. I am going to be going to Vegas. Not this upcoming February or March, but next February, 2024. Hopefully, that's the plan. So anyway, I'm hoping that after I get out of college and before I get ready to go, that maybe I can save up money. I really, really want to go to a specific hotel that's kind of on a lake that's over there. I want to go to that hotel. But it's one of the more expensive hotels. And while, yeah, that would be nice, in order to have a good time, I calculated including the gas to get there, assuming the gas doesn't go up hugely, which we all know it will, because fuck everyone in the world. Assuming gas doesn't go up hugely, it would cost me about $1,500 round trip in gas to go to some of the places that my boyfriend and I are planning on going. It would probably cost a little bit more than that. So anyway, I calculated everything, including the hotel for the week and all of that, out to about generously $6,000, which sounds like a whole lot of money, but in retrospect isn't really that much. So that's what I plan on doing in 2024. Now, about a couple of months before that will be when I get my certificate for medical billing and coding. What I'm hoping to do is get a job with a contract for 3 months, because I should be done by the end of September. I'm planning on getting, or hoping I get a job where I can work for 3 months, save up some money, and that way I'll know if this is for sure a career path for me, which, it kind of isn't, because I don't like dealing with people. But I mean, this is just dealing with a lot of the paperwork, and I hate paperwork, but whatever. It's one of those things where there's a lot of medical billing and coding jobs, and they're all online, and that's all I really can do. But the only way to do that is to get a college degree, which sucks, but there I am. I don't mind college so much. I also don't mind the online courses, because as long as you have one of the discussion things posted by Wednesday, then you basically can procrastinate until Saturday or Sunday. I don't do that, because when it comes to school, ironically, I'm an overachiever, and I prefer to get everything done all at once, so I don't have to worry about it. So, yeah, what frustrates me about it is that you only get that week's assignments unlocked to do, which is frustrating, because when I'm done with that week's assignments, I want to work on the next week's and the next week's and the next week's. And that's part of the reason they don't unlock all of them, because then you have someone who within the first 2 or 3 weeks is completely done with the class, as opposed to someone else who's still struggling. So, yeah. Just a pet peeve of mine. Let's see, what else? I don't know what else I can talk about. Like, there wasn't really any more drama going down where I worked. It was just, I just got burnt out and couldn't handle it anymore. And that's kind of what happened. Like, I was just mentally and emotionally done. I couldn't handle it anymore. And I can't handle being around customers anymore. Which, I'm really good at customer service. And I hate it. But I'm also getting to the point in my life where I will say things I probably shouldn't to customers, like calling them stupid. Yeah. So, anyway, I know that my last Sims 4 video, I said I was going to vent about my ex, but there's just so much bullshit with him that I don't even want to talk about it at the moment. Maybe my next video, I'll vent about him. Because he's just... I have a hard time being empathetic toward him. He had an uncle he was really close with die recently. And then he had his uncle's father, who was like a grandpa to him, die, within the last month and a half. And he's just been, like, I get it, you're grieving, but it's also the holidays, and your son wants to spend time with you. And in my mind, because of who I am and how I am, my emotions don't matter as much as my child's. And I invited him to Thanksgiving. He said he didn't want to go. Okay, whatever. I invited him to Christmas Eve, so that his family didn't have to worry about driving all the way up there to get him. And he didn't answer me, and then we went up to get Joshua from him. And I was like, hey, do you want to come down for the weekend? So your family doesn't have to drive up to get you. And this motherfucker hemmed and hawed like he does. I don't know, I don't feel like it, I don't really want to be around people, And, I'm just fed up. So I tell him, do you want to come down, yes or no? Of course, he tries doing that intimidation stare bullshit that doesn't work on me. And he said, no. And I said, fine, because I don't care. I'm just being nice at this point. Once Joshua turns 18, I don't have to be nice anymore. So, I'm just like, fine. So then I text him again last Thursday. And I said, okay, here's the plan for the next 2 weeks. Joshua's not coming up to see you this weekend because your family has a family thing. He's not coming up to see you next weekend, being this weekend now, because your family's Christmas party. Do you want to come down for Christmas Eve? And instead of giving me a yes or a no, because that is a yes or no question, this motherfucker goes, well, they're having it at Texas Roadhouse. I didn't ask where they were having it. I asked if you were coming down or not. And so I texted him. I said, are you coming down, yes or no? Of course, he didn't text me back. Like, I am so over it. I am not his fucking mom. At this point, legally, I'm still his wife. Unfortunately, I need to get that fixed. But in every other aspect, I am not. And, like, I think he's starting to realize that I really do not give a fuck. He should have realized that over a year and a half ago when I walked out with our child, but whatever. Men don't understand that bullshit, apparently. So, I'm just doing what I can for my kid. Joshua is out of school for the next 2 weeks because of the holidays. So I think him and I tomorrow are going to do some gingerbread houses. And do something fun. Do some fun things. Because I don't think he's done gingerbread house before. But I got a gingerbread house kit. And I planned on doing some of it with my mom and sister, because we've got a girls thing now. On Tuesdays, Shelly comes over and just hangs out and chills. And then we just sit and watch TV and talk, and sometimes we go out to eat, sometimes we just go hang out somewhere, and it's an alright time. Yeah, it's been a rough 3 months, y'all. Been a rough 3 months. I'm just starting to feel like myself again. After, 11 years of being married and mentally and emotionally abused and just beaten down emotionally, I'm starting to get back to myself. And I'm hoping, my goal is to at least post videos, once a week. If I can do once a week, I think I'll be okay. Because I kind of slowed down to once every 3 days, which is fine. Except then I started working and dealing with all of that. And of course, I lost track of everything. And so now I'm trying to get back to being myself, and I'm finally sort of starting to feel like myself a little bit. Not a whole lot. Me I used to be was a bitch. And while, yeah, I do acknowledge that sometimes I can be a bitch, there are times when you just shouldn't be a bitch. I've also discovered that I'm very good at pretending to be stupid, even though I'm not. So, sometimes it's just easier to pretend you're stupid than let the people who are really stupid see that you're not. So, anyway, yeah, all of that's been going on, dealing with some things, not dealing with other things. We are now up to 5 cats in our house. I haven't posted any pictures on my Discord of them. I want a picture of all of them. The problem is, Jinx is a fucking asshole. That cat hates everybody except Joshua. And anytime one of the other cats walks by, he hisses and growls at them, or he stalks them. Of course he does. And, let's see, we've got Jinx, Archimedes. We just got Evangeline, but I call her Evangeline or Evie. Then we got Uriel, who we think might be a little bit Maine Coon. And then, a couple weeks ago, we got Boov, B-O-O-V. And he was dumped at a nursing home. So, of course, we picked him up. I've got videos on TikTok. I will leave a link to it in the description below if you guys are interested. That is like the only place I post videos of my cats. You'll get to see all 5 of them. Yeah, my most recent video is of Boov and how he's doing and all that. He looks like, especially in the face, he looks Maine Coon. So we're pretty sure he might be at least mostly Maine Coon. Which my mom's excited about because she loves Maine Coons. Those are like her dream cats. Meanwhile, I want the wild Savannahs. Or a Bengal. But I don't have an active enough lifestyle for a Bengal. And I'm not going to get a cat just to lock it up in the house. When it could be outside chasing birds. Now, all of our cats are indoor cats. But that's because a couple of them are scared of outside. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's what my life has been like. Again, I will leave links to the video I referenced to Beenie Weenie Gaming. I will leave a link to my TikTok. I will leave... I've got links to everything. I think I leave a link in the description for everything all the time down. So yeah, just check them all out. See how you like them. Go give Beenie Weenie some love. Because, yeah, she's really amazing. Really amazing. I don't know if she's posted anything recently. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't go and watch some of her videos. You know, see how you like her. Again, everyone, because we're nearing the end of the video, I want to thank you all for being so patient, waiting for me to come back. I know, I know, Icehead and Feral, y'all have been like, hey, when's the next video? Well, here it is, yo. And, yeah, so, here's the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Of course, I did actually enjoy building this one, and I liked that I had a reference for it, so it made it go a lot faster. What usually takes me like 5 or 6 hours only took me about 2, which is amazing, considering that I was trying to get everything as precise and accurate as possible in this house, so that everything could look like it did in Oblivion. So yeah, again everyone, thank you all for your patience, thank you for listening to my ramblings, and for cheering me on, and all of that. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! So I gotta get through it, and the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah.
I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I got